We lied, Alex. We lied. We said we were going to do this movie in November, and it's December.
Wait. I got you!
Back to the good old days of us fighting. Anyway.
In other words, middle school.
Spartan,
Actually, no.
Spartan
That's just
how-tos.
us in general.
Spartan how-tos.
That's true.
As you can see, we are not in my house. We are in the General's house here. The General's army base. Anyway, and we are about to watch Dr. Horrible Sing-Along-Bolg, which I've seen. You haven't. I love the movie. It has Neil Patrick Harris, Nathan Fillion, Felicia Day, the person who plays Howard on The Big Bang Theory. Don't know his name. Directed by Joss Whedon.
It's like Simon...
something or other.
Jewish man.
We'll look it up. You know, he might not be Jewish in real life.
Believe me, I think he's Jewish.
He hasn't seen it.
No offense to any Jews who are probably not watching this video.
True.
But if you are, no offense.
Anyway.
We just think he's Jewish. Because he is Jewish on the show.
I don't think anything. Now, I'm not sure if you'll like this movie. One, it's
I've seen a lot of messed up stuff. I think I can.
One, it's the musical, and you aren't a big fan of musicals.
I hate them.
I love musicals. Sound of Music. I could go on and on. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Wizard of Oz, the Very Hairy Musical, which isn't a movie, but you need to see because it is hilarious. But I love it, but it's a very strange movie, and not in the sense of what you're thinking about. You'll be surprised by some of the stuff that happens in this movie. Okay.
Really?
Oh, well,
Because
at
it is
least
Neil
one thing.
Patrick Harris.
Well, just
he does some weird stuff.
Oh, you've seen him in what?
How I Met Your Mother.
Have you seen?
I follow him on Twitter.
Have you seen him in Doogie Howser?
Which
was his show before How I Met Your Mother when he was a child?
No.
Okay,
Shut up.
He's not.
Shut up, Caleb.
Anyway, intro of moviness.
Different camera view!
Yeah, because it fell off the tripod. While I was in the middle of talking. Okay, so we just finished watching Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along-Bolg, and as always, we'll say if we liked the film, one thing we liked, one thing we didn't like. I liked the film. I said that at the beginning. Still happens. One thing I like is Nathan Fillion. Now, last time I had watched this film, it was before I watched Firefly. Now, he's also known for Castle, which is what Alex knows him from.
I really don't. I don't watch his show.
But you recognized him from that.
Yes.
It's
still kind of funny.
But watching him play a completely different character in Firefly actually makes me appreciate his character more in this movie. Because he's completely different in Firefly. It just makes me appreciate his acting more. He doesn't know.
I don't know.
One thing I didn't like is that the running time is very short. It's 35 minutes, which...
it's a YouTube movie or an online movie.
If you knew the whole story behind it, it would make sense. But that's one thing I wish that a studio would have picked this up when they had the chance, and Joss Whedon would have been able to expand it, because I think there are a lot of things here that he could have done better. Not that he did anything bad, but just would have more time to explore in a full movie. What about you, Alex?
Well, I really liked it because it was my type of weird, I guess as you would say. It was so weird that you don't care how stupid it is, that it's just funny, and you just like to watch it.
Yeah, it's very witty humor mixed with absurdist humor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is what I like. I'm very absurd.
Is there anything?
Mostly.
Was there anything you didn't like about it?
thing that comes to mind is it never really explained the 3 cowboys that came along with him. Like, he's just talking to the guy in his apartment, then all of a sudden his cell phone rings, and 3 cowboys pop.
Well, those are Bad Force's minions. You're not supposed to...
yes.
You're not really supposed to know it. I love those guys. I wish that was my ringtone. Bad horse, he's bad. He rides across the nation, the thoroughbred of sin. You got the application that you just sent in. It needs evaluation, so let the games begin. A heinous crime, something about murder. Murder would be nice, of course. Anyway.
You know it's gonna have a stupid plot when a horse is the main bad guy.
And...
Well, he's not the main.
Yeah.
He's just the leader of them. And it's a horse.
And I wouldn't exactly say stupid.
Horse.
I can understand why you would say stupid. That might not be exactly, because it's not like it's dumb. It's actually
That movie was very stupid. That's why
absurd.
It was
good. Yeah, like it had its place and it was unusual. In my term would be a better word for it. Now. There is a lot in this movie. There's a lot about the superhero genre. There's social commentary. There are basically 3 world outlooks in this. You have Captain Hammers, which is just care about yourself and getting into bed. You have
the hammer.
You have Penny. You have Penny's.
The hammer is my penis.
Okay, I did not want you to say that on my channel.
You can edit it out.
Actually, I can't.
Oh.
Okay. I'll put a sound effect right there so it'll be really loud. Then you have Penny's outlook, which is that, there are problems, but hopeful and cheeriness and everything will be good if you eat frozen yogurt. Hers is more in depth. And then you have Dr. Horrible's, which is everything is screwed up and you need to change everything, and that could involve hurting some people. Of course, he doesn't want to hurt some people. You see throughout this film that he is actually a better guy than Captain Hammer.
So the bad guy is the good guy, and the good guy is the bad guy.
Yeah, and that breaks into like the whole. It also kind of breaks into the superhero genre by mixing those 2 up. Because Stan Lee said that if he was a superhero, he wouldn't just go around. And this is kind of out of context, but he would want people to know that was him, saving everybody. He won't want a secret identity. Because when you think about superheroes if they were real, would be a little vain. They would basically be like celebrities. So you'd have some good ones, you'd have some ones that are real douches.
Yeah, you'd have a lot that were real douches.
Yeah, and I mean, usually, people would put them into the villains category and just make them supervillains, but no, Joss Whedon thought, you know what, there would be people like this, and they would technically save us from the bad guys. So, and I like it because nobody's outlook is exactly right. Captain Hammers is, of course, not right at all.
No. No.
Penny's is a little bit too optimistic, and Dr. Horrible's is a little bit too pessimistic. So it balances it well. But it also is very entertaining. The music, you don't like musicals. I
no,
like
but honestly, I just loved that one.
Oh, the music is very good. I'm pretty sure Joss Whedon and his brother wrote it all. I'm not sure. I'll have to go look. I know they do write music, and I know they wrote some of it. My favorite song. What's your favorite song in it?
Did they have titles?
Well, but just tell me which part it was. And I'll know the title.
When he's like when it's a close up on his face and he starts.
Oh, the one.
I don't know what it's called. It had like a guitar riff at the beginning.
Brand New Day, where it goes, "It's a brand new day and the sun is high and all the birds are singing 'cause you're gonna die."
Yeah, I guess that was it.
That's a good one.
Although that wasn't the part I was thinking of.
Yeah,
but it's still the same song.
I can't say the beginning because he says it really fast.
Well, yeah.
My favorite is, that one comes close, that one, and I really like the last one, but my favorite is On the Rise, or My Eyes. It's actually called My Eyes, I call it On the Rise. In the middle, where Penny and him are doing the duet, and Penny's on the date with Captain Hammer, and it's like, evil in me is on the rise. I can't sing it because I'm a horrible singer. They got really, this basically only has 3 actors. It has some others, like,
it has more extras.
Yeah, it had dude from Big Bang
Theory.
Which he wasn't in it much. But it basically has these 3 characters, and they did it really well because they got all 3 characters who are pretty good singers. Neil Patrick Harris, of course, is great. He's very musical. He is. Have you ever seen him host the Emmys?
No.
It's amazing. And then you have Felicia Day and Nathan Fillion, who are good. Now, let's talk about the ending, because that is a big part of this movie. This is another thing that kind of screwed with the superhero genre. What would it happen in a normal superhero movie? In fact, I can really only think of one other superhero movie where the, spoilers, main lady dies, and that's in Dark Knight.
Yeah.
But that's completely different. This was for shock value. Like, coming into this, you weren't expecting her to die.
No.
Like, it's surprising and shocking, and they handle it pretty good.
Yes, they handle it well by bursting off into song and then ending the video.
The ending is I like that song because that song's really if you listen to the lyrics, which you should with all the songs. I mean, obviously, because it's a musical. But that song has a lot of really interesting stuff because on one hand, he did win. He did beat Captain Hammer. He did get his way. On the other hand, he killed, not directly, but pretty much killed his wannabe lover. So it's really, there's a lot, and I love the ending where it goes, I won't feel a thing.
But now, he is in the evil league of evil, and he is right up there with the horse.
But
you know you've made it when you're with a horse.
But he doesn't have what he wanted most.
That's true.
And I think this is the greatest thing about this film.
There's also something else that's interesting.
What?
A joke.
Oh, well, okay. That joke is handled very well. I know the joke you're talking about, but you're not saying the word again on this channel. Is that the joke you're talking about?
No.
Oh, which one? There are a lot of jokes.
I was talking about the being up there with the horse.